A lot of news within the last 24 hours, particularly to XRP. Let's dive right into it. As everyone knows, Ripple and the SEC did file their cross appeal. I'm going to read this to you guys. This is from Eleanor Tourette. The filing argues that exceptional circumstances, including a settlement that the SEC shift in crypto policy and a desire to avoid further litigation, justify modifying Judge Torres's final judgment. This follows her May decision, where she denied a similar request for modification. A little further, the SEC Gov and Ripple have jointly requested a Manhattan District Court to dissolve the injunction in their ongoing case and release the $125 million civil penalty held in escrow. They're proposing that $50 million would be paid to the SEC, with the remaining funds returned to Ripple. This motion is the latest in the broader effort to settle the case, ending the pending appeals, and avoid further legal proceedings between the two parties. Guys, we've seen this play a handful of times. They filed within days from the deadline. I don't expect to hear from Judge Torres before the 16th. It's probably going to be delayed and dragged out for at least another 2 weeks. You know, like I said in my other videos, I'm hoping for the best, but let's expect the worst, guys. Let's just try not to get our hopes up. It's going to happen. There will be a day when this is all settled and finished, but they're just delaying the price appreciation for XRP. It's all staged and it's all planned ahead, guys. So just keep holding. Do not be shaken out. Just know what you guys hold. Right here, you got the real world asset market is up 245x in 5 years, and that's without stablecoins. No sectors matching that growth. Guys, this is where it's heading. We got real world asset value at an all-time high, and utility and stablecoins continuing to accelerate and show just pure domination in the world. So let's go back up here. This is from Smoke Dog. Read the highlighted text. Right here, highlighted in yellow, XRP. Hundreds of financial institutions, including American Express, Bank of America, and Santander, have partnerships with Ripple. Ripple partnered with various sustainability leaders, including the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, aiming to hit carbon net zero by 2030. That's pretty big. All those banks are Ripple partners and have been for a while. And that's why you guys are seeing, adoption being put on the XRPL. I'm not a big riddle guy, but this XRP 589 thing is starting to get to me. There's just one thing after another. I don't know if you guys saw the orange juice David Schwartz posted, but this guy did a little bit more digging. The painting behind Brad Garlinghouse and Donald Trump and Stuart Alderati features the U.S. Constitution, the oldest warship of the U.S. Navy. The USS Constitution collection by Oscar Hexler is the property of the U.S. Naval Academy Nimitz Library. The library's address? Guess what? Yep, that's right, 589. That one made me sit back a little bit. It was actually this picture. Do you guys remember this picture? Back before Trump got elected, they all met with Trump, had dinner. XRP was definitely in the conversation. Let's see what else we got. Tuck Rico said the next move up will put the November 2024 to shame. That's when XRP did the 500%, 5x. Nate Gerasi. This was pretty eye-opening. He says, by the way, I still fully expect BlackRock to file for spot, SOL, and XRP ETFs. As a leader in both spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, it would make 0 sense to cede other top crypto asset ETF categories to competitors. Related, I also fully expect BlackRock to file for an index-based crypto asset ETF. It's coming. They won't be the last. They will get their slice of the pie. They always do. Time for takeoff. Eleanor Tourette again. Just in, the Senate will vote on the final passage of the Genius Act on Tuesday, June 17th. This more than likely 99.99999% will be getting passed and then will be sent to Trump's desk for the final sign off into law. So stay tuned for that. We're a couple days away from making history there. American Express and Ripple. If you guys can see the highlighted blue text right here, I'm going to read this to you. It says, American Express has a long history of integrating new technologies into innovative products and services that differentiate and enhance the customer experience. And Mark Gordon, Executive Vice President and Chief Information Officer at American Express. This collaboration with Ripple and Santander represents the next step forward for our blockchain journey, involving the way we move money around the world. The partnership's been there, and we're starting to see those 1,700 NDAs becoming publicly known. Pretty cool. This is the domino theory, guys. I said the dominoes are falling. When you know, you know. Thank you for the heads up. Beyond Broke. Anyone know Jay Claver? He's been talking about this as well. We got the crude oil futures. The oil is starting to take off in price. It's up about 8%. Once we see it start to get 10 to 15%, especially what's going on over in Iran and Israel right now, guys, prayers out to them. The best thing right now is peace and prayer for those countries affected by the war. Oil could actually skyrocket to as high as $120 to $130 per barrel, depending on, if missiles hit the oil facilities. That could actually be happening. Waiting to hear updates on that. The domino theory for XRP breakdown. Step 1, oil is the spark. Geopolitical chaos plus breaks, energy moves equals oil spikes. Inflation surges globally. Central banks are forced to hike rates. The first domino falls. Step 2, Japan raises rates. Japan hikes interest rates. Liquidity vanishes. Global markets panic. The quiet engine behind cheap money just hit the brakes. Next domino falls. Step 3, the banks start collapsing. Rising rates destroy banks holding long-term bonds. SVB was just the start. Bank runs begin. People move to safe assets and credit freezes. Step 6, XRP and digital assets activate. RippleNet, ISO 222, CBDCs. XRP bridges a new financial system. Fast, cheap, and borderless. The old system is replaced quietly. Step 5, the BRICS break away. BRICS launches a gold-backed system. Countries ditch the dollar. Trade shifts to a financial order. The USD dominance crumbles. Step 4, sovereign debt crisis. Nations can't pay interest on their debt, inflation, or default. Both deadly. Fiat loses trust. The debt bubble bursts. Step 7, the final step. The Great Reset begins. The collapse is planned. Old debts wipes. CBDCs rolled out. Programmable money takes over. XRP powers liquidity. A new era begins, and XRP is at the center of it all. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you can read all these for yourself. And this is the domino theory in short term. It's happening right in front of us, guys. It really is. This came out today, the start of something great. We're going to be seeing a lot more of this, guys. I keep saying this in my videos. Every company is going to have their own stablecoin. Each bank is going to have their own stablecoin, or they're going to use RLUSD, and they're going to bring value to the XRPL. Walmart and Amazon are exploring launching their own stablecoins. Amazon has been a Ripple partner since 2013. Right here, guys, there's not going to be any XRP left for you. We have, as of now, there are 8 companies with XRP treasury plans. Trident, 500 million. Weebus International, 300 million. Vivo Power, 121 million. Logistics, 50 million. Hyperscale, 10 million. Worksport, 5 million. BC Bud, 250K. Digital Com, 225K. XRP adoption grows. I added all this up, guys. That's $986 million being funded for an XRP treasury for these specific 8 companies. $986 million that they're raising to buy XRP and to have a treasury of XRP. Not Bitcoin, XRP. This is huge. There won't be any XRP left on exchanges. Once we get the stablecoin genius bill and the Clarity Act, we know what a digital asset is, and there's laws put in place. The supply shock is coming. XRP overnight will go with ease to double digits, if not triple digits, and we are super close. To that happening. Right here, I mentioned Amazon has been a partnership with Ripple since 2013. When the Amazon partnership was announced, the world will be talking about XRP. Millions of people will buy XRP on that day, so this partnership is being saved for a later date. Right here, we got Smoke Dog again. Amazon Web Services Panel. We have someone on our team dedicated to look for how XRP can be used in payments. Watch.
We're best collaborating with them up front. And then, of course, payments, right? We also have someone on our team dedicated to seeing where XRP for payments can be of use and working with different merchants as well as consumers, platforms and apps to see where there could be a good opportunity.
She literally mentioned the word XRP. Watch it again for you guys. Watch it again for yourself.
For us, we're best collaborating with them up front. And then, of course, payments, right? We also have someone on our team dedicated to seeing where XRP for payments can be of use and working with different merchants as well as consumers.
That's what I'm saying, guys. XRP is literally one of the most valuable, if not the most valuable asset that you can own in your lifetime. Breaking news, JP Morgan predicting $4 to $8 billion of inflows in the first year for XRP. Guys, that is so conservative. Did you know Bitcoin, when they approved their ETF back in January of last year, they saw $4 billion in the first day? Not the first year, the first day. XRP will pass it by a mile. The price of XRP will skyrocket overnight. Save this tweet. XRP is probably, in my bet, going to see somewhere closer to 15 to 30 billion in the first day. That's just my personal take. Right here, we had the Federal Reserve Financial Services post reminding us that ISO 222 starts on July 14th. Clock's ticking. This is huge. This could be a flip of the switch moment we've been waiting for. The cryptocurrencies that are ISO 222 compliant will be integrated into the new Fedwire messaging system. Right here, oil prices, we mentioned earlier in the beginning of the video, are now above $72 per barrel for the first time in over 4 months. Safe havens are also surging as Israel strikes continue. The market appears to be pricing in a new era of Middle East tensions. XRP rich list as of 6/13 of 2025. Where do you guys sit on the XRP list? Because let me tell you guys something. It's going to be so incredibly rare to own even 10,000 XRP or even 5,000 XRP. And eventually it will get to the point where it's going to be incredibly rare to even own 1,000 XRP or 100 XRP. Imagine having 100 Bitcoin right now or 1,000 Bitcoin. A lot of people are going to start selling XRP when it hits $30, $50, $100, rightfully so. If they've been in this game longer, then those are their price targets. But that's where the real game begins. And the elites know this. The higher ups know this, that we're going to start cashing out XRP when it's double digits, low triple digits, and that they're not going to hold it for 5, 6 digits. So I encourage you guys, this isn't financial advice. Everything I say is for educational and entertainment purposes, but I know my extra strategy. I know I'm not going to be taking profit when it hits $50 or $100. I'm waiting for high triple, high 4 digits and beyond. And we can actually see that by the time 2029 comes around. It doesn't matter. XRP will do its own thing with or without Judge Torres. I mentioned earlier, guys, don't get your hopes up about this filing. Fred Rispoli, sorry if I mispronounced your name. In the newest saga of SEC versus Ripple, I don't like this filing based on how obvious it was from Judge Torres' last ruling that she was pissed. I recommended a long, detailed motion explaining the SEC's failures in the crypto regulation with commissioner declarations and some analogies or some apologies from Ripple for what it got tagged on. Instead, we got one paragraph on the other SEC dismissals and a paltry mention of the SEC Crypto Task Force. The parties cite enough law for the court to grant it, but they also did the same in the last one that was denied. This is pure discretion on Judge Torres whether to grant, and I don't think this gets it done, sadly, in my opinion. One of the rare whiffs we've seen in the legal acumen of Ripple's counsel. I'll be hopefully optimistic that Judge Torres reads the room and is willing to just get this case off her plate, but my confidence is low. That said, leaving the injunction in place is not a death knell. Ripple can still sell XRP to institutions, just not in the same way it did in pre-2018. Conservative institutions will be hesitant to get involved. More forward-thinking ones will not. That's why I posted, it doesn't matter, XRP will do its own thing with or without Judge Torres. Nothing is going to be able to stop XRP from being what it is meant to be, the chosen one. The one asset that is rewriting the financial system, that will bridge all the money in the world. So with that being said, guys, that about wraps it up for the video. Just keep holding. This month can still be very bullish. If certain events happen, July and August could be also as well. Try to stay out of the noise and just focus on your business. With that being said, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video.